What the fuck is this piece of shit?
You see, one of the things I hate the most about modern gaming, it's FOMO. You know, the practices these companies use to make you think that unless you buy something now, you're not going to be able to get it later. If you don't engage in the conversation right now, you're going to be left behind. So you can imagine that when I saw the news that GTA 6 is releasing an extended look exclusively on Netflix for 6 hours, my immediate thought was, fuck this game. And listen, I was already not going to buy it on release. I mean, it's not coming physically to PS5, and it's not coming to PC for quite a while. I don't buy digital games on consoles, so I was already not going to buy it. But every news cycle that comes out from Rockstar, from GTA 6, seems to be like pushing me. Like, hey, how scummy can we get? How far can we push this until someone says, fuck off? Well, I'm there. And if I have to be perfectly honest, it's almost funny in a sense. Because this is the second time that Rockstar has managed to blindside me. You know, previous to the announcement of the pre-orders, and I did mention it in my video about it, the whole conversation, even my own, was focused on the pricing. What the pricing is going to be, how much it's going to cost, are they going to use their strong position to screw over the customers? They did. But I never thought they will be so inventive to actually give you a cut-down version for $80 when the full game is actually $100. But now, I think it's even funnier. Never would I thought that Rockstar or Take-Two, whoever made the decision, would actually have the goal to paywall a trailer. Yes, it's for 6 hours, and I can already see the comments. Oh, it's only 6 hours, who cares? Everyone is gonna copy it into other platforms immediately. It's not a big deal. And if you're a person with normal brain function, it wouldn't even cross your head, unless you already have a Netflix account, to actually pay for one just to watch the trailer. Because you're a normal person. Unfortunately, the world is full of idiots. And I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to be quite a lot of people that will pay just to watch the trailer the second it comes in. You could say, oh, but Netflix has a free trial period. Sure. Well, how many of them will forget and they will just keep paying? They will keep it. So yeah, I think this is like, honestly, just incredibly scummy. Never in my life I would have thought they would try to paywall the trailer. You know, the trailer that everyone has been waiting for. Everyone is... Because, again, this will lead to the other conversation. And, okay, the video is not very structured. I just turn on the microphone and keep remembering things. Listen, we had Take-Two's earnings call. And the CEO, Strauss Zelnick, had a bunch of answers to respond. In one of those, he said that if you watch it on Netflix, maybe you will understand why. At this point, I'm not even going to try to guess what he means, because even if I think in the scummiest thing I could think of when I see the trailer, probably it's not going to be enough. You know, who knows what the hell they're going to come out with. But make one thing clear. If this works for Netflix, as in they just put the trailer and they get a bunch of subscribers just from it, well, get ready to see it a lot more. Oh my god, what timeline is this? So yeah, anyway, as I mentioned, we had the earnings call for Take-Two, which is kind of relevant. You can watch my previous video where I kind of go into this, although that was more focused on EA. CEO boy Strauss Zelnick got asked a bunch of questions that he answered throughout. Also, at the same time, they announced that they were releasing the new trailer, an extended look, as they called it, on Netflix, on which is going to be exclusive for 6 hours. Yes, after the 6 hours, it's going to be on YouTube and it's going to be available in other platforms. So, you know, I feel like this shouldn't be needed to say. but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you pay for this and if you subscribe to Netflix, maybe you should get some help. Don't pay for it. Jesus Christ. Seriously, this is just unbelievable. It affects the industry. This is the game that everyone is waiting for, especially Wall Street. So whatever happens with it, which most likely, let's be honest, is going to be a massive success, it's going to be at least attempted to be repeated across the industry. If a bunch of people that invested in Take-Two make a lot of money, they're going to start pushing other companies. Other investors will start pushing, hey, what can we get something like this going on? And then you're going to get the same bullshit. And you could argue it's not going to work for a lot of other companies. But you know how we have $70 as the standard full price for games? You know, the first companies to do it, everyone laughed and said that it was too expensive and no one's going to buy it. But in the short term, that can work. A new company comes, raises the prices, people don't buy it, the person, the game, of course, but people don't buy it. Well, okay, we will lower the price. So GTA 6 now, it's $80. Well, the next guy is going to come later and he's going to put it $80. They're not going to sell enough and they're going to lower the price. Oh, don't worry, we hear you. After that, then the next guy will. Same reaction. But every time, a few more players will make the jump. I mean, it's only $10. Who cares? Because people want to play games. Companies take advantage that the fact that people want to play games, are excited about games. And they're just gonna push it a little bit at a time until enough people buy it to compensate for the ones that said that this is scummy and they're still not buying it at a higher price. And at that point, it just becomes the standard. The industry is going downhill because less and less people keep buying games, new games at full prices. But as far as you don't get like a huge shift, something big happens, it's going to keep going in that direction. So you might as well be paying $80 for every single full price AAA release way before any sort of collapse or rearranging of the industry. So anyway, what else was mentioned in the earnings call? By the way, a spoilers alert, nothing is good. Strauss Zelnick also mentioned that when it comes to big games, discs don't really make sense for the consumer anymore. He went over that our business is well over 90% digitally distributed. It's already a digital business. So in certain instances, especially if it's a big game, discs just don't really make sense for the consumer. Also, most instances, you have to register online to play anyhow. So if you're already connected, who cares if you download digitally? It's all the same and it's much more convenient. I mean, it's funny when the CEO say it. I think the CEO of Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot, say it recently as well. Of course, they're going to say it. And they never mentioned the part where if it is all digital, well, they control everything. They control every distribution and they control the price, which is the big negative to not owning your games. I've talked about physical games at length. It's probably enough to go into another video again, but we're not going to go over it right now. But of course, they're going to say it. The ultimate idea is that not because it's a masterclass of manipulation of the masses. No, it's more convenient for them. And it is more convenient unless it is a PlayStation Network blackout or an Xbox Live services, you know, like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that was rough if you wanted to play Halo. When you hear this, it's the same and it's much more convenient. They actually mean it's more convenient for them. They don't have to worry about distribution. They don't have to worry about second-hand markets. So if those people want to buy it, they're just going to buy it from them instead of buying a second-hand copy where they make no money. So, yeah, I mean, it's not surprise there. He also said, so that's where the world is going, in our opinion, and I think Sony understands that. Of course they do. We certainly understand that. It doesn't mean that we don't have physical editions now and then. I'm sure we will, at the same way that there is vinyl in the recorded music business. But in other instances, it won't make sense. Well, Maybe for Xbox, because you're not going to be able to do it on Sony, even if you want. At the same time, he also went over streaming. And I mean streaming games. I think we'll be in commercial streaming mode in 3 years. And by commercial, I mean low latency. I don't think I've gone over... I've mentioned this in other videos, but that's most likely what they're trying to do. First, you don't own your games. Well, then you're not even going to own the consoles. So fuck you, I guess. The problem is that, yeah, in practice is more convenient. It's the same with physical games. Digital games are more convenient. You don't have to storage them. You simply sit down, download. That's it. No disc, no fumbling around. It is technically more convenient. And it's the same with streaming video games. Game Pass is a great example. And it's, you have a bunch of games in one place that you don't even have to download. Now, Google tried that with Stadia, and it was just like Xbox. With the Xbox One, it was too early. But make no mistake, it's coming. Cloud computing and cloud gaming is what they really want, because that way, not only they don't have to make physical games, they don't even have to make physical consoles anymore. And again, our boy Zelnick went over that GTA 6 will be, quote, an incredible bargain at its $80 price. I just love the speech. It's insane. Now, some people will consider, let's assume GTA 6 is as big and as good as you think it would be. Would it be a good deal at $80? But it's very good and with decent length. Then yeah, probably it is. But that's not the point. GTA 6 might be. You know, a standard price gives you an expectation of quality that you get from full price game, from AAA industry. Our goal is to deliver way more value to consumers than when we charge them. What is the value? Like, seriously, what is the value? The entertainment value. Okay, how do you measure it? For example, I value Halo Combat Evolved very highly, and it's a fairly short game. At the same time, I value Assassin's Creed Valhalla very poorly, and it's very, very long. So what is the value? You see, it's all perceived. And sure, of course, someone is going to tell me, oh, but it's Rockstar. They always deliver. Yeah. So did BioWare. Used to be a fan. So did Bethesda at some point. So did CD Projekt Red. And don't get me wrong, Cyberpunk 2077 is a great game. But I would have never expected a company in their position with such goodwill to release an unfinished game. Again, I don't believe Rockstar will fumble it like that. But you never know. And seeing the comments and the responses to all of these we've discussed, the physical games, bargain, the Netflix deal. Honestly, at this point, I'm convinced that Strauss Zelnick himself could walk into one of these people's houses, grab a gun, shoot their dog, give them a code for GTA 6 and tell them it's $100. And they would pay up and go, oh, thank God, now I don't have to feed him or play with him. I can just play GTA 6 all day. Thank you. Okay, sorry, that got dark pretty fast. I'm sorry about the dog. So I guess, yay, we get a new trailer for GTA 6, which I'm dreading. And from this point on, I'm not even going to try to guess what Take-Two is going to try to do next with GTA 6. Oh, come on, it's only 6 hours. What are you complaining? Oh, it's only armor for your horse. No one's gonna buy it. It's no big deal. What do you mean? It's only cosmetics. Who cares? Just don't buy them. Oh, the experience boosters are only for the people that don't have time to play. You just don't want people to enjoy the game the way they want. And on we go. And if I have to be honest with you, I hope you never are in a position that you can remain blissfully ignorant, supporting the company, thinking that, oh, it's no big deal. Because when that moment happens, when you think they can do no wrong, and then you get screwed over, it's not fun. I should know, I pre-ordered Mass Effect Andromeda. How's that for an idiot? Oh yeah, he also mentioned that the pre-orders, well, he didn't give any concrete numbers. They were astonishing. I mean, are we really surprised? I didn't doubt that a lot of people were going to pre-order, but this should be like a case study. If you have enough of a reputation, you can sell anything without even showing it. And honestly, he also mentioned that they expected to ramp up quite a bit once people see the in-depth look at it. So yeah, I'm sorry if this video doesn't have any actual goal. It's just ranting. Anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is this a big deal? Maybe you don't care. God forbid you're one of those that think it's actually a good thing. I mean, there's stasis for everything, I guess. I'm not gonna try to guess it, but you can. Let me know, what is the next scummy behavior this is gonna try to pull off before November 19th. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rant. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.